Fingerprint scanners are ridiculous, like actually absurd. You're telling me I can press my greasy thumb onto a piece of glass, and my phone goes, "Ah yes, it's you." But if literally anyone else touches it, the phone just sits there like, "Nice try, criminal." This is the same species that forgot passwords 5 seconds after creating them, and now we're unlocking supercomputers with thumbs. If you showed this to someone in 1850, they'd assume you trapped their soul inside a rectangle. But how does this actually work? Well, it's simple. No, it's not. This is actually wizard technology. First things first, your fingerprint is unique. Not just the shape, but the tiny ridges, valleys, curves, and loops. Even identical twins don't share the same fingerprints, which is wild, because that means your phone has to somehow see all those tiny ridges through glass. Glass? Like what? There are actually 3 main ways phones read your fingerprint. Optical, capacitive, ultrasonic. Each one sounds fake. Let's start with optical because this one is the most dramatic. When you put your finger on the screen, your phone literally takes a picture of your fingerprint. I'm not kidding. A tiny light under the display flashes, like a microscopic photo studio, and snaps an image of your fingerprint. It's like your phone is saying, "Hold still, I'm capturing your identity." Then it compares that image with the one stored when you first set it up. If they match, boom, unlocked. But wait, that sounds dangerously easy to trick. Couldn't I just use a picture of someone's fingerprint? Well, yeah, which is why optical fingerprint scanners are the "it works, but don't push your luck" version. Now let's move to capacitive fingerprint scanners. This is where things start getting suspiciously genius. Instead of taking a picture, capacitive scanners measure electricity. Your body naturally conducts electricity, so when your finger touches the screen, tiny sensors measure how electricity flows through the ridges and valleys of your fingerprint. Ridges touch the screen, valleys don't. So electricity flows differently across your fingerprint, and your phone builds a 3D map from that. Not a picture, a map, which is insane. Your phone is basically feeling your fingerprint without actually touching it. But now we go even further, because then came ultrasonic fingerprint scanners. And this is where things officially become magic. Instead of light, instead of electricity, your phone uses sound. Not normal sound, ultrasonic sound. Sound so high-pitched that humans literally cannot hear it. Your phone sends out tiny sound waves. They bounce off your fingerprint and return back. Ridges bounce sound differently. Valleys bounce sound differently. Your phone measures the return waves and builds a 3D fingerprint model. Your phone is literally using echolocation. Like a bat, your phone is a bat. We're unlocking phones using bat powers now. Technology has gone too far. But here's where it gets even crazier. Your fingerprint isn't actually stored as a picture. That would be risky. Instead, your phone converts your fingerprint into mathematical data, a pattern of points and distances. So even if someone somehow stole the data, they wouldn't just get a clean image of your fingerprint, they'd get math, which is arguably worse. Now, another question. Why does it sometimes fail? You know, when your phone just stares at you like, "I don't know you." That's because wet fingers confuse the scanner. Dirty screens distort the ridges. Dry skin reduces conductivity. And sometimes, your phone is just being dramatic. Also, fun fact, your fingerprint scanner works in milliseconds. You barely even notice it. You press, unlocked. No delay, no thinking. Just instant identity verification, which is terrifying when you think about it, because you're carrying around a device that can instantly recognize you, using nothing but your thumb. Anyway, now you should be able to build your own fingerprint scanner using sticks, rocks, and sound waves, right? You're welcome.